Good evening, Saints Nation, and welcome to round 2 of the CR6 playoff bracket with a matchup tonight between two teams, your hometown heroes, St. Clair Saints and New York Tech. And on this mic matchup tonight are the Kingsmen themselves, myself, Colin Seymour Moore, and Daniel the Saved One Mena. Daniel, you ready for some R6 action tonight?
I am super ready for some R6 action. We saw a lot last night. It went the distance as well, casting for a really long time, and that was actually a lot of fun. You can see my hair being messed up in the back a little bit, but it's all good. We're gonna get underway in just a bit, but we'll talk for a little bit for you guys.
Yeah, 4 hours of action back on Friday night when they played. This is the closest match we've ever seen Saints play.
Yeah.
And it went 2-1 all the way. I think it was 7-5 in the end. So it was something like that. It was 7. It was super close.
Right.
It went for a long time.
A long time.
And it was a great time to cast. And it was great to see the new St. Clair Saints because they have a new player.
Right. Yeah.
Hyper,
right?
Yeah.
We got to see his integration into the team, and it was kind of rough at first.
Yeah.
Right?
A little bit.
And of course, the R6 team, if you guys are watching right now, if you haven't skipped to the in-game, you guys already know. You guys were memeing us on Twitter, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, there was a couple of little trippings with Hyper, right? I ended up getting knifed a couple of times as Montaigne very early on, but then he kind of found his place within the team.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They started to really come together as a team and kind of get the synergy down packed. We really saw that on map 2 yesterday, but definitely today we've got a lot of maps that are really, really good and very common.
Yeah, and especially, so we're going up against New York Tech tonight. We've already played New York Tech all the way back in the normal bracket, the normal regular season, and we beat them 2-0. And it was a little bit close in the second match, but the first match, Saints looked. They looked super comfortable.
Yeah.
And I want to see if they can repeat that tonight. So the first map we're going to be playing tonight against New York Tech.
Right.
Bank.
Yeah. And Bank's also really, really good. If you guys obviously know, or even if you're new to R6, then if you play newcomer, then it's obviously a map that a lot of new members as well as old members know and absolutely love as well. But it's gonna be really, really cool. It's Consulate. Just kidding.
Yeah, it got switched on us. Got switching up the maps on us just like that, and we're gonna be playing Consulate first.
Still good.
Consulate's good too. Saints won on Consulate on Friday night. They looked excellent going up against the team that they went up against on Friday night.
Broncos,
the Bronco Esports Gold team. They went the distance against them, and they played Consulate, and they won, and it looked really good on that map.
Yeah, they definitely did. That was map number 2.
Yeah,
if I'm correct, and they just St. Clair just absolutely wiped. And the Broncos were said to be the top dogs, right? They were said to take the series 2-0, right? But St. Clair really, really good, and they're just getting into the lobby now. But we're waiting.
Okay, so let's talk about Consulate. So we already did talk about Consulate.
Right.
Okay, so it's map 2. It's Coastline.
Yeah,
I've seen Saints play Coastline here and there. I know Rapid especially. We talk about Rapid a lot, but he has that one spot over in billiards and hookah holes, and he sits behind with the smoke shotgun combo, and it just looks like he's untouchable.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Rapid yesterday a whole lot about the different strats that they were pulling out in the different games, and they were really disappointed with game 3. I know that we're talking about map 2, but in map number 3 in particular, they were really disappointed in themselves because they ended up getting a 6-2 lead. All of a sudden, they just started downhilling after a little bit, and it was very unfortunate. But they know their mistakes, which is really, really good as a squad, right? If you can close out a match that could have been potentially thrown, all of a sudden you go back to the drawing board, say, you know what, guys, we kind of messed up in these areas. Let's try and somehow come back, in 2 nights, right? We'll maybe VOD review a little bit, and they definitely did, right? They definitely watched the whole entire VOD, and they know exactly what they did wrong. And Hyper was even talking in our group chat, saying that he's really, really excited for tonight because they got a couple of new strats, and even if they're playing the exact same characters, the strats with those characters are going to be completely different.
Well, let's clarify a little bit. I said to him, I'm like, try not to get knifed on Montaigne again, and he said, don't worry, I won't have to.
Yeah.
So I
don't
know what to go with what that means, but I'm excited to see what that means.
Right, and we saw a little bit of Blackbeard. Right?
Yeah,
he pulled that out for one round. It wasn't too great, But when he was on these different operators, he looked really good.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of times where Imagine just wasn't able to pop off, and Hyper, as well as Doozy, as well as JM, and even Rapid were able to kind of carry that slack.
Yeah, and I was talking to JM Beast today, and he was just giving me a little bit of information on the game, some extra info, and he was telling me that I asked him about Hyper, and I asked him what's going on with it, and he said, it's another frag power that they have on their team, and you can really see that because he can play that support role, but he can also flip the switch and play that offense role,
Yeah, and we saw that a couple of times, right? We saw when they were actually on defense, he played a couple of different other operators. I think he pulled up the Bandit at one point, maybe the IQ if I remember correctly, but you kind of have these supportive type operators, but they're still really, really good in the team setting.
Yeah. So it's really good to see that that the Saints can adapt in that, and they found that new place, and I don't know, I haven't confirmed if he's here to stay or something like that.
Right.
But he did really good last map, and it was really good to see that he can just get tossed in there because I know he's been waiting for that shot, and that was his debut game, and he came out with fire.
Yeah, exactly. And even at that, we can start talking about these other players too.
Yeah.
Talk about Doozy for a second.
Oh,
because Doozy, he was going absolutely crazy there in map 2, right? We were talking about how he's bottom fragging. He's not really performing well. He's kind of playing that more supportive style role, and all of a sudden this dude started to pop off.
Yeah,
right? I even said, I was like, when a player is underperforming, sometimes they need a couple of rounds. Imagine definitely needed a couple of rounds just to relax and really just pull out the big guns there in map 3. But map 2 was Doozy's game.
Map 2, when Doozy was down a little bit, and he kind of picked up the slack, and he kind of did that. Yeah, that was good. There's one thing I kind of wanted to mention. It's that so Jay and Beast, he was telling us that the support doesn't, like, the bomb planter doesn't get enough love. So what? To all the bomb planters out there from us, we're gonna give you all the love today.
Exactly. Every single little bit of love, and we'll even repeat that during the game so that they hear us.
So we'll let them know, and it's gonna be quite the showing. So it's New York Tech, St. Clair Saints, round 2 playoff bracket, just waiting for New York Tech to get in there, and it looks like they're all 5 are in there. And once they're in, we're gonna get into this battle of the gladiators, and they're gonna fight it out to see who goes to round 3.
Yeah, so we're just gonna wait for the rest of the guys just to get ready, and while we do that, do you have any closing thoughts as we kind of get ready? Yeah. As we kind of get ready.
Closing thoughts. I want it to be a good game. I want it to be close, and I'm gonna make my prediction right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a prediction. It's not gonna go to map 3.
It's not going to map 3. Every single time we've said 7-7 finals, map 3, it's happened. It's scary.
So I'm gonna say it right now. It's not gonna go.
Not going to map 3.
Not going to map 3. That's my prediction.
Where's it going? Map 1?
I'm gonna call. I'm going to call it for the Saints 2-0.
Oh, 2-0. What's the score going to be in game number 2?
Game number 2?
Yes.
7-4.
7-4. You heard it here. Folks, we're going to be heading right into Consulate. Of course, we're not going to be heading into the map itself, but we do get to start the band phase. New York Tech. Let's see what ends up happening here.
All right, so the band phase coming up, and it's going to be Consulate. And last time we saw the game 1 between Saints and Broncos.
Yep.
It was a little bit of a weird band that we saw in the game, the first game.
We saw the Thermite.
It was like Thermite and
Maverick.
And Maverick.
No,
wait,
no, it was someone in Maverick.
Maverick and It was something super weird that we were not right. Thatcher.
Was that Thatcher?
Yeah, it was Thatcher. It was Maverick Thatcher. So speaking of Thatcher, Thatcher's gonna be the first one that New York Tech bans out on the attack side.
There we go.
So let's see who St. Clair wants to attack here.
They got just a couple of seconds before they actually have to ban something here, so they just think a little bit. Now they finally got their pick. 3, 2, 1. See what it's gonna be here. Maybe something standard. Maybe something a little bit not. It's gonna be the Blackbeard coming out here. Maybe someone on New York Tech really loves Blackbeard.
Yeah, that's different.
Money.
Oh, it looks like Money's a little bit hurt.
A little bit heated.
Gonna get a little bit of an oof in the alt chat. So Blackbeard though, for anybody who's new and it doesn't really know him, he's got the shield on his gun. So considering Consulate is a really you can rappel and get a lot of sight lines through the windows.
Yep.
And especially on the garage even, because you can just open it up and hold that. So Blackbeard not being there is really good, and it puts just takes a little bit of a heavy hitter away from the attackers. Echo going to be banned out first on the defense, and Mira, the typical two.
Exactly. Echo, Mira, we know that those both are very, very annoying. Echo, we were told by JM Beast a little bit more information. He kind of wanted the cringe to stop in the cast, and I get that. Whenever I hear someone casting League of Legends, I always love to correct them. But Echo, he can interrupt animations.
Yeah.
What else happens?
He kind of shoots a like a stun.
Yeah.
Like a burst.
Yeah.
And it'll kind of impair your vision and hearing.
Yeah.
On top of cutting off any animation, so like the planting animation, anything that you're doing.
Usually here within these team comps over on the attacking side, we love to see 2 hard breachers. However, only going to be seeing 1 out of Habana. We saw a little bit of a Maverick hover, but we're not seeing the Thermite here. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, the Thermite. Oh, we might see the Thermite. No, there's Maverick coming out, so they're opting to play the Maverick in this matchup. So let's take a second and introduce these teams.
Right, let's do
on
it.
the blue side, we got St. Clair College, JM Beast, Imagine, Hyper, Doozy, and Rapid.
And over on the orange side, we have New York Tech. We have Mac, as well as, thank you very much. We got Not Sam and Money, as well as Bladderoid.
And Uim. Is that how you say it? Uim?
Uim. I'm just going to call him O.
Oh? I'll go with O.
Yeah.
And thank you to our observer, Yeti, for bringing up the names there. What a homie, yeah.
There you go. Going to be just securing those hatches with the reinforcement as well. We're going to be starting in the basement here. So I guess that's why they want to pick the Maverick. We've seen a lot of Mavericks do really well when it's a garage hold.
Yeah, and if it's different because usually you do see the Thermite kind of break through, but a lot of the time last week when we were playing, he was just opening up the sideline. And I think the Maverick actually opens up more of a sideline than the Thermite does.
Me too.
And it's a little bit like safer almost even.
Yes. Well, because with Thermite, it's a giant hole.
Yeah.
Right? And then you kind of have to stay behind cars, right? Both you're kind of staying behind this car right here, as well as the actual truck itself. But with the Maverick, he goes a hole through the top and then through the bottom, and then you can start to see feet underneath some cars, right? And then your only peeking options is to go full-on prone, and then at that point, it's 50-50.
There, right. Especially. And so here we go, action phase underway, and it looks like St. Clair's already setting up for that push onto garage. And here we go, JMB is doing what we were saying you'd do, kind of put the holes in the top and the bottom. So we'll start on the top. See how long it takes him to open this up.
Originally, I thought this character was very, very useless. I'm like, if you're going to play Maverick, why not play literally any other hard breacher? And then I saw him on Consulate, and I'm like, this guy is insane because he doesn't really get bandited.
No.
You know, he doesn't get shot.
Unless he does that.
Unless he goes a little bit too close.
Yeah, so he's just going to take his time and open this up. And it's really cool because I never thought he'd be used like this.
Right.
And the fact that he is used like this, it's different. Cool. It's super different.
Ooh,
Doozy going to be taking out
Yeah.
And he's gonna go down, and that's gonna be advantage to St. Clair right away. And Rapid on the Zofia is gonna open up the sightlines.
Yeah, she's gonna be using her grenade, her second ability here, just to put a hole through the wall itself. I think we can call him I think that's what. Yeah, I think that's what we've decided.
That's the comfortable name.
Yeah,
I'm good with
calling him O is sounding a little bit awkward, right? So. As we see here, as a minute is going to start to go down, usually Rapid is going to be that member that is on prone, just trying to peek into garage, but with a minute remaining, that's usually when a lot of these members on St. Clair love to start to push in, as now we see Doozy just trying to find any picks here through the floor. So far, no one has wanted to peek.
No, but he threw his grenade. So he threw one of his grenades down and got caught by the ADS. And and you can you tell that he wasn't ready for that. But there we see JMB, pushing in and getting down by Salmon. Yeah,
Doozy has been that player though to start to roam, and if he stays in certain locations for long enough, then he can definitely get someone, but not Salmon gonna get one. Hyper gonna trade kills right there. As now we see Imagine wanting to actually push in. He finds that this is a really, really good time as everybody is very, very distracted. Imagine looking through the floor, just takes a couple of shots and actually gets Not Salmon, one of the star players here over on New York Tech.
Yeah, so St. Clair going to take the advantage in this round right now. We're up 3-2.
10
and it's
seconds.
Mac and Money up against. Money goes
Wow.
down, and it's just going to be one player. Mac gets a kill on Hyper, so it's a 2v1 situation. Mac going to be checking all the angles. Gets Imagine, trays down, and he 1v3s, and he's going to win the round out for his team. New York Tech taking round 1.
Mac going absolutely insane here in round number 1. You got to see, I believe that was the Nomad. Just try and look towards the bomb site itself instead of the stairs location. I don't really expect anyone to be pushing you when you are on defense.
No, but it's really weird because he was planting and stuff like that. So I can't remember. So you've recently played. So like when you're planting the diffuser, do you look down or do you still have the sight line? Okay, so he couldn't call out that player was on the stairs.
No, it was like it was. Me and Rapid were talking about this as well. Kind of the only player on this team that I've really talked to, but he says. What did he say? Damn it.
I don't know.
I brain farted.
Huh.
That's okay. It'll come back to me eventually.
We'll figure it out. We're hopping into round 2, and we see a change up right now. We see Jackal being played by Doozy instead of the Buck. Oh, you got it?
I found the thought.
You got it.
He says, I was talking to him about the corner peaks. I was like, how do you know someone is behind a wall when he's actually behind the wall? And it's just game sense. Right? That's kind of the simple answer.
Yeah.
But I'm like, does it also feel bad when you're holding a corner for a minute straight, and then all of a sudden, once you leave, then finally the player peaks? And he goes, that is the worst thing, and it happens all the time. And I think that's exactly what happened there.
It happens like nonstop.
Yeah.
It happens in games like Call of Duty. It happens in any FPS. You play Counter-Strike, you play Rainbow, you play COD, it'll happen to you. You'll be holding that sight, and it is not fun when you get when you hold a corner.
Definitely.
For such a long time, then just turn away and you get one shot.
Yeah, St. Clair, they are obviously not discouraged because they are very used to losing rounds and then coming back. We've seen that all the time within their play. So this round number 1 win, they were very consistent with round number 1s yesterday, but here today, obviously not, as they lost round number 1. But once again, they can easily come back, as we just see Valkyrie going around, placing her drones.
You know, it's actually really important to touch on, especially on a game like Rainbow. And you're coming from a league background, you know it's really important when you can be good at the early game all you want.
Yes, of course.
But it's the teams that are good at the late game that kind of shine. And I think St. Clair's really good at making that late game shine.
Yeah, and you can obviously see a little bit of kind of hiccups within their play so far.
Yeah.
Right? You saw how they kind of weren't really all together there on that final push. They were just going in one by one, as Pulse does want to peek. He wants to challenge St. Clair, but can't really do that as common, as usually St. Clair are really good at firing back.
Yeah, it's going to be Doozy on the other side of that garage. So he's just going to be challenging that player Money on the pulse. So if that Jackal can get into the garage, that'd be huge.
Definitely huge, as Hyper, he's really good at going upside down and peeking through windows. It's kind of like his ideal spot when he is on attack, as him and Imagine are going to enter here in the administration office. Where are they going to roam to next is the big question.
Well, they're probably just going to try to make it on in. And so we're going to see Doozy finally enter the garage, but he's just going to check all those corners because he got those shots off by Money. So he just wants to be extra careful. Yep. So if he gets in there and he kind of uses his sights to track footsteps, then it'll be really good because he'll know that he's not down there with them. But he has to get in there first and check the corners because Money up on the stairs above him now. Exactly.
We get to see bomb site B right above Doozy. Just wants to activate the footprints just to track where exactly Pulse is. Money knows he's being tracked, so he needs to move really carefully. Oh, that was such a nice... Actually, really nice communication, right? You got to see the Jackal really being in use.
Yeah, and that's usually why we see Jackal banned out for instances like that.
Yep, it's very nice.
So Jackal, hasn't been banned out for a while, and Mag taking out Doozy, not Salmon taking out Imagine as well. So St. Clair down 2 players to New York's 1-player deficit. So New York now taking the advantage in this matchup. We're going to see gas grenades come out, and JMB is just putting shots towards the point, and Rapid's going to try to take that shield out so he can get inside without having to mantle over. And everybody's just going to slow on down because St. Clair has to find a pick before they go into this. And I don't think New York's going to give them that.
You see the ADS coming out, and it's really useful on a map like this where you have to vault over. You get goo mined, but Rapid just wanting to push. Goes behind goes behind the table and ends up getting off the shot. Stumbling on my words a little bit, but it's all good as Hyper comes in just to back up his buddy. See planting diffuser. New York wanting to peek and actually ends up getting a pick there as Hyper now backing off. Scoping down sights. There is one more player right behind the wall here. See if Val can get him.
Yeah, you know, it was Mac in a 1v3 last round to clutch it up for his team, but now we see in a 1v3, and he's already brought it down to a 1v2, but he's not able to take the round, and St. Clair is going to bring it back 1-1, and they're going to tie it up in this matchup. JM Beast with a excellent sightlines on Hibana.
The one thing that I've been noticing about a lot of these players is that they think they have to play more passive because they're in a league like this.
Yeah.
Usually when they play solo queue, they love to rush like that.
Yeah.
And it takes a little bit of time actually playing in the league to think, wait, these are my solo queue opponents, right?
Yeah.
Even though they're in a full comm with each other, it's still fine. We can still very easily rush. And you saw Rapid do it right there, where he got a little bit more confidence, ended up hopping over that mini or the half reinforced wall, and just ended up just wrecking havoc. It was really good.
Yeah, New York Tech not wanting to switch up on anything right now. They're going to continue to hold the second floor council office and meeting room. Money going to head on back to the Bandit, actually. That's a switch because he was playing Pulse last round. So we're going to play Bandit this time. Maybe that's different.
And Pulse wasn't really that useful, right? We saw him at one point in the game. He pulled out his heartbeat sensor, right? And it wasn't really that useful. It wasn't catching anyone. Maybe it got 1 or 2 pulses.
I think that's on the side of St. Clair, though. They're doing a really good job of positioning away from that. You know, Doozy...
Just constantly rotating.
Yeah, once Doozy was downstairs and he got that hole and he put the shots towards him, I'm sure he called out that they have a pulse, so they just played the excellent corners. And once he got the tracking on his footsteps, it was just downhill from that for money.
One thing I noticed about Consulate is they obviously love to play on this top floor as well as the basement. If you don't get either of those... then one round you kind of have to suffer with that front door bomb.
Hey, you know, all these teams, you gotta give it to them. Like putting all these strats together, even during exam season. You know, because it's a collegiate league. You know, it's exam season. All these guys making all these strats, and they're keeping it good. Oh, that's a
cool.
Cheeky ADS spot coming out from. I think that's Mac. Yeah, Mac just knows the angles for his gadgets.
Yep. He's going to be laying down some barbed wire just to hear his opponents if they want to walk over that one. It's very, very annoying. When I first started playing this game, I was like, why are those useful? Right? I was like, I don't know why barbed wire are too useful. And all of a sudden you watch this. A little bit of barbed wire you hear out of your headphone, and all of a sudden, boom, immediate aggression coming out of the player that ended up putting those barbed wire down.
It's like, why is that useful until you step into it and it makes the rustling noise and you get one shot through a wall.
You get goo mined as well as as everything else that we got going on here as Doozy. He was the one that absolutely loves to roam. I was talking to the R6 team about this as well, is that Doozy is kind of that player that just loves to go as a free bird. He just wants to go wherever he pleases.
Oh, wait. Oh, if Imagine...
I know.
Right there. He could find
bro.
somebody. Oh, my God.
No way.
No way. Okay, so he doesn't connect on shots, so it doesn't shoot that far through.
No, not yet. He does know that there is somewhat of a player there, though. He kind of feels it within his bones. ADS going to stop twice and not going to stop the third time. Maybe the third time, actually.
No, it makes it through after that.
Yeah.
It stops 2 grenades, and then you...
I just thought there was one more. Oh, wait, 1 stops 2?
I think so. If I'm correct.
Okay.
I'll probably get flamed later about it.
We'll see. We love all the feedback that we've been getting over here, so we'll see what feedback we get next. As now, round number 3. With a minute down, this is usually when all of the action really starts to get going as one player does want to peek. Imagine what?
Imagine taking the head off. Oh, but that's Imagine getting refragged out by New York. That's just trying to... That's in Salmon. You know, Salmon, his slaying ability has been super good. Bladderoid taking out JMB's. Doozy getting down from a player that's roaming below. That's going to be money. Taking the kill out on Doozy. And there's only 2 players left for St. Clair. Rapid and Hyper, the tag team buddy duo. And they're looking to clutch it up in a 2v4.
That's also very, very scary when your roamer is on the stairs, right? That little spiral staircase there. You definitely don't want to get caught on it, as Rapid now going to get 1 kill for himself. There is 2 more players in the room itself, as Hyper does want to set himself up for a little bit of action. If there's 1 more player to the right, Rapid getting a double kill for himself on a frag 2v2 scenario. Does find where the last player is. Hyper with a couple of shots. Rapid going to be placing down the diffuser itself. Going to take just 3 more seconds to go, as the 13 seconds hits the clock, as the 1 player down the stairs does get picked off by Rapid himself. Now gonna place down just a couple of more diffusing seconds, as Jaeger gonna get taken down very, very low. Does he want to try and rush here? He is gonna rush. 1v1 scenario. Rapid, can he get the 4K? Yes, no, he cannot.
Oh my God, Mac! Yeah, that's the second time he's done it to St. Clair, and he clutches up the 1v2 and takes the second round for his team. I thought for a second that Rapid and Hyper were going to clutch that 2v4, but just that last player, Max, seems like an immovable object.
I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was going to do it. I even said it. Is he going to get the 4K? Yeah, no, he's not.
No.
That's what I said. And he didn't do it, but Rapid's still pulling out on top.
Look at that. Rapid with 6
goodness.
kills and 3 deaths. But look, and you know, everybody on the team of Saints, it's only round 3. Everybody's doing such a good job. And that was a really heads-up play. I thought it was big brain when Rapid stopped the defuse to pick that player up on the stairs.
Yep.
I was wondering why he stopped the defuse, and all of a sudden the player's just deleted.
That's why we're casters. It happens. But it's all good, as now New York Tech going to be playing inside of Cafeteria Garage. We see a Maestro going to be coming out here, as you kindly pointed out on screen.
Yeah, it's just a different switch up. You know, he's playing Pulse and Bandit and now Maestro.
Yeah, I believe we did see Maestros at some point in this match, but maybe we have.
No, I don't think we have.
I think we have. I remember him putting it up. Sorry, Colin.
Sorry, I'm right.
I'm right, you're wrong.
It's okay.
It's all good.
We're in the prep
New
phase, and St. Clair's looking to tie it right back up. As we talk about over and over again, like a broken record, this game is pattern-based, and usually we see it's 1 win.
1 win, 1 loss.
1 win, 1 loss, and 1 win, then 1 loss for either side.
It's definitely very common, as heading into round number 4, maybe it could potentially happen, as now New York Tech, kind of a little bit of communication issues going on over there, as no one actually ended up reinforcing that far right garage.
Yeah, you know, we got 4 seconds left. They still can do it.
Yeah,
but
of course.
If they a little bit awkward.
It's one of those odd situations where you meet someone in real life. I don't know which
it's like
one
you're
I'm going.
walking through the halls of school, and you're walking forward to them, and they're walking forward to you, and you go left, they go left.
That's what I just said, Colin. I've been giving him a lot of stuff tonight. I'm sorry. No, don't head out. No, don't leave me. Don't leave me.
Okay, here we go.
Let's go.
Action phase underway. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and J&B is already on the garage, putting that whole ooh.
Yep.
Looks like shots coming out right away.
Right away.
I don't think J&B is tall enough to get hit by that.
No, sometimes you're a very, very small person, but I kind of do like this half burn that's going on here, as there's one player kind of following the burn itself.
He doesn't want to get shot at.
Is Maverick going to burn the other side is the really big question that we're going to ask.
We never see him burn
We never see him, but we're going to see him here, Colin. Sorry.
Oh, he has to be careful, though. Oh, if that bandit pushes. Oh, no, and he gets down by the bandit right through the wall. Not Salmon finding a good kill on his team. That's Diffuser down with the wall open as well, so they can see if somebody comes and gets the Diffuser.
Sorry. Go ahead.
St. Clair is in a really bad position with that happening, because they don't have a hard breach either.
Right. Usually, sometimes when that happens, you have the Thermite as the backup, right? You do Maverick on the bottom. Do Maverick on the bottom.
Yeah.
You get rid of the bandit, and then you just put up the breach itself. You do the thing.
You do the thing, you do it well. Rapid gonna go pick up the diffuser and rotate on out, and it really it makes me flinch whenever somebody gets hit by that bandit.
Yep. It's like Velcro. Velcro for me, it does that.
It's like when you touch like a doorknob and it shocks you.
Yeah. You get that special connection with the door, as now heading into the last minute of play here. You just see all of it's kind of like a drawn out prep phase that's going on right now. We don't see any real kills, right? 55 seconds, right? You just pointed that out.
55 seconds left, and St. Clair's just entering right now. They dropped the diffuser and he throws a concussion out, but looks like Doozy's getting shot from below, and St. Clair's only down to 40 seconds now. They have to pick up the pace. They have to find something because they're still down one player. Money really low. Imagine they pick up Salmon.
What's he doing?
He's got his back turned to him.
Yeah, he was just kind of going crouched in the upstairs, and if he ended up turning left, it would have been a really good scenario for himself, but he ended up turning right. And he just kind of looked like a little bit of a noob, but it's all
down
good.
To 24
oh,
seconds
that's what we were talking about.
That's bad timing right there. And
really
at the same time,
yeah.
Bladderoid takes out Rapid and takes out Hyper. So 1v4 situation. Doozy gets 3v1. He knows that the player's up top, but he just unscopes at the last second, and Money's going to take him down. So that's 3-1 for New York Tech on Consulate.
Definitely not the best scenario for you to be in when you're inside of some barbed wire. You see more barbed wire right in front of you, so you don't want to walk through double barbed wire. I said barbed wire a lot in that sentence.
Barbed wire. There's a lot of barbed wire.
There was there, and that's why you saw Doozy just back off, and he just got himself into a situation where it was just constant rustling.
That was a really good positioning from New York Tech when Imagine was on the staircase, and he tries to break the barbed wire, and that player just peeks him and kills him.
Is he gonna pull out the Warden?
Warden, actually. Is Ella gonna come out too? There's no way we're gonna see a Warden and
I'm
an
so
Ella.
excited. I don't know why I love Warden so much.
He looks like
he's so cool.
He looks like Commissioner Gordon from the Dark Knight series.
There's so many things that are just so right with this character in terms of his appearance. He's got cool glass. He's got some Iron Man glasses going on. He's got that really nice mustache. Some people look really bad with a mustache.
He doesn't.
This guy looks really good with this mustache. And yeah, we're going to be seeing him here in this match. And it's kind of unfortunate that his ability, I don't want to call it useless. But the only thing that he kind of does is you can see through smoke, and you don't get flashed if your ability is on.
Yeah, and that's really good at the same time as
if your ability is on, it's not passive.
It's really good if you have your ability on, but if you don't have your ability on, you might get caught out, and then
maybe he's picking up for the weapon.
Maybe it's for the weapon. What weapon does he get? I forget.
I don't know. Yeti, can you switch to him really quickly, please? Can you switch to Warden, please? He can't hear us. It's fine. I thought you could hear us in the headphones.
It's okay.
It's okay.
He's doing a good job.
Sorry.
If we take there we go. There we go. It's the MPX. and the SMG-12. So like the SMG-12s are always really good. And but like I really wanted to check and see if he had an ACOG, but no, it's just an holographic scope on that main one. So it's just like Valkyrie's gun.
Yeah. So only problem is that Valkyrie's a little bit better, but she's also on the same side. So I was gonna say on the other side. Yeah, I was gonna say on the other side, but no, obviously not.
JMB is gonna be grappling up, and Doozy staying down to go rotate or roam again. So it's gonna be a little bit of continuation from last time they won.
Yep.
When it was in Garage. So I think actually St. Clair lost both Garage rounds, right?
Yep.
So
from what we've seen so far, yeah.
It's a little different from last time they were on Consulate. This team, New York Tech, looks like they really have that garage hold down packed.
Well, they're also a really, really good squad coming into this one, right? They're, you know, a little bit better than St. Clair. I believe in the actual standings itself, they were not. They went 1-3, but definitely in the playoffs, they've really been coming together as a team. I guess just that extra practice is what really does it. Imagine trying to take a couple of shots over towards one of the New York Tech players. Doesn't get any damage off, but he does take just a little bit of damage.
Yeah, and we're going to see him just slow on down right now.
Yeah, but he does see him slow on down as now IQ. Gonna be coming out here. Doozy just trying to track any of these enemy players with Jackal. Is going to track just one player, but...
Yeah, but he's not going to find any footsteps just yet. So now we're getting up to the second floor, and that's where all the roamers for New York Tech is. We have 1:20 left on the time box, and he's going to track that player. It's going to be the Jaeger tracked, and they know he's there.
Does he want to take the pre-fire shot? That would have been crazy.
If Rapid shot that, I would have called him a hacker. There we go. JMB's taking out Mac. That was taking out Rapid, but Doozy he's taking out Salmon.
He stopped shooting because he knew that Doozy was going to be coming through as Bladder ends up getting 1 kill for himself. Does get shot in the washroom. Definitely not the best scenario for you to be in as JM Beast.
It has next to no. It might actually be like a way to go to down him and then pick him back out right now.
Can you get reported for downing a player?
I mean, like, why would you report your teammate in a competitive scene?
Yeah, you're right.
But it's okay.
You're right. I was going to say, can you get banned?
JM Beast, though, next to no health, and he has Diffuser. So we have to see him be real careful. We're in a 2v3 situation. New York Tech on the disadvantage, but they have site control. So you might say that they do have the advantage. There's 20 seconds left, just less than that, and is going to be watching the staircase. And here we see Money watching Spiral, and he's gonna be watching. He hops off of that, so we got down to 7 seconds. St. Clair has to pick up the pace. Magic getting a kill on it. Diffuser going down, but that's the Maestro Cam got destroyed, and they're gonna get the Diffuser down. St. Clair with 0 seconds. JM Beast going down to the goo mine, and Money is just gonna rotate around in a 1v2 situation. Hyper has about half health. Imagine really low on health too, and those cameras of the Maestro putting in work. So Diffuser's going to be down, and I think St. Clair just backed up outside. So they have really good post-plant positions right now. And St. Clair looks like they're in a good situation to take this round.
They hear it. Hyper out of his left ear. If anything ends up happening, that's when Hyper will come out, but it doesn't even matter as Imagine comes out and ends up getting the kill.
Yeah, and just watching that final kill cam, Imagine was ready for him to push out, and I really like that from St. Clair. You know, I doubted them because there was 7 seconds left before they were even on site. But that Maestro cam getting destroyed was clutch.
Was JM Beast the bomb planter there?
Yeah.
He was. Thank you, JM Beast, for planting the bomb. I will recognize you as a good bomb planter.
He really clutched it up for his team there. I'm surprised because he had no health left.
Yeah.
I don't understand how the damage of Maestro's cam works exactly, but I know that I know that JM Beast almost went down while planting the bomb, which would have been devastating for St. Clair. But he didn't, and St. Clair won the round, and now it's 2-3.
Now we see Money 6-picking to another operator. He just wants to stay on the Bandit, realizes that the Warden isn't really that good at the end of the day. I got to see my Warden, though. I'm happy. That's the only thing I wanted to do. I just wanted to see a Warden, and we got to see it.
Duze actually switching off to the Buck again instead. So he's been back and forth from Jackal to Buck. I think those are his 2 characters that he's deciding to stay on.
Definitely, as now most of these players just going to be reinforcing these walls. Yeah, you're talking about the Buck. Buck, very, very useful in a lot of these situations. Valkyrie as well. We got to see her cameras come into action in a lot of these rounds as well. We don't really see any crazy switches coming out here. Rapid actually playing the Zofia a whole lot here on attack. It's been very useful too.
Yeah, and one thing, I just got a thought that this is the last round before we switch sides.
True.
And
this is close.
On top of that, the last time that New York held this site, St. Clair wiped them.
Yeah.
So I want to see if St. Clair can tie it up right now, but at the same time, on the other side, will New York be able to pull their advantage back to 2? I think a spawn peek just came out from Mac. No, that's St. Clair just shooting through the windows, making sure it's open. But Mac is really close, though. He's over on the eastern stairs side, down low towards basement, and Doozy opens up the main doorway, and it looks like Money decides that he's going to climb out the window, and we're going to see Doozy cook a grenade, toss it in, see if he can find a Kobe, but player rotated around, so we're going to see Mac now hop on board with him. He's over towards Visa office, just sitting on the service stairs, and he's going to go down low. I
thought he was inside.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought he was inside, but he definitely wasn't. As now Doozy Rapid actually getting his first kill onto Not Salmon New York. Not Salmon is definitely the star player over here on this squad as he's been playing really, really well, at least in the past couple of weeks. We see one player actually coming up from the staircase from the basement itself. Can Doozy get the headshot with the ACOG? Is this player going to step out, though, is the big question that we end up seeing here as 2 drones actually go towards the staircase. May have scared that player off a little bit.
The player's like, nope, don't want that.
Mac Max getting the heck out of there.
Yeah, and we're going to see St. Clair just kind of recoup. Just wait to see if they can find another pick. Will New York make the mistake of that, or will they just... They're probably just going to slow it on down and hold their respective angles. So we see one player, Max, still roaming, the only one down there, but Rapid getting really close to the site, and he's looking at the shield, so he's just going to take a look at service stairs. I think he's just going to get over on in there and check the site. So there he goes. And he finds one. Good shots down on Bladderoid. Bladderoid next to no HP. Like you said, Mac going to take out Imagine. So that Roamer doing his job and doing it well. And so that's St. Clair brought back into an even player advantage. Money also roaming. Doozy takes out Bladderoid, finishes Rapid's kill. And we're going to see advantage right back into St. Clair's side. So we see hear a lot of goo mines go off.
You hear so many goo mines going off as Bandit ends up going down. Doozy onto Money. Money's been that player that loves to roam, and Doozy is also roamed. So you can kind of see them going in as now the diffuser has gone down. See what he can do here in this room as he ends up getting not flashed. He turns his back to it a little bit as now we see a player through the wall. A couple of pre-firing shots towards the bomb itself as a little bit of rotating coming through. One player on the outside, just a quick peek. Mac now in the same situation he's been in constantly. 1v3. Can he do this here as the bomb is on half HP? Does he want to go out for the peek? Yes, he does. Towards the staircase. It's going to be the first one. But down the hall, St. Clair attackers win round number 6.
Yeah, and he's actually working on the ace there, but he gets shut down by St. Clair right away and rotating around, switching sides right at the end here. Switching sides now as St. Clair is going to be on the defensive side and New York is going to be on the offensive side. And last time they played on Friday, St. Clair actually won when they played on the defending side second. And I think we saw Doozy take out the Clash. Yeah, there we go.
Love it. I love it.
Doozy takes out the Clash. And look at that slaying power from St. Clair. You know, they talked about Hyper being brought in to be that extra slay power, but he's actually been a little bit quiet right now. He's playing that supportive role like he was put on the team to do. So he can have that extra slaying power, but you just see St. Clair is just so even right now.
There's a lot of times where players that are very aggressive and are very good at the game.
Yeah.
Love to play supportive characters.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you have a gun. Every character's got a gun, and it's also really good, right? So that's why sometimes you see Imagine playing the Jaeger, right?
Yeah.
The ADS is a supportive type of ability, but he's still a really good operator because he's got an AR.
And he's got that 3-speed too, so he can roam.
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, it's not as good as the olden days when Imagine's Jaeger would have had an ACOG scope.
Yeah.
But it's still just as good because you got a 3-speed supportive player who can roam around. So JMB's going to be playing that Maestro like he usually does, and Hyper going to be swapped over to the Legion. Rapid playing the Mozzie is a little bit different. I don't think he usually played the Mozzie.
No, he didn't. And Rapid usually loves to play the Smoke here, but sometimes when it calls for more supportive type characters, you got to switch off of your aggressive tried and true. And usually if St. Clair are on a loss streak, that's when they'll start to put more of their players on those operators with the more used to.
So we can't make that joke anymore.
Which one?
So like, oh, we're playing Smoke, we're Rapid.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can't do that anymore because now he's playing Mozzie.
I'm playing Mozzie, I'm playing Rapid. But no, Doozy's definitely been that player that loves to play the Clash, and we kind of saw him in 50-50, that character.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes he does really well, sometimes he's useless.
And he did really well on this map.
In the same bomb position,
In the same bomb position. So, so I wonder if we can see St. Clair take the lead right now. As it's tied up 3 apiece. One of these teams will be walking away from this round with the lead advantage. Imagine roaming up top, watching for that player to come in as he knows, oh, that was a close one, but he knows that these players are going to go for that top-down push, try to push out the roamers. Because everybody likes to have a few up top. And Rapid, you know, we saw him playing on Friday in that same position, and it gives him a nice sight line on down to the front door where Doozy's playing. Yeah. And I think that is Mac that was on the other side of the wall, ready to push him. Mac going to take out Rapid. Like I said, he's there, and he's ready to take that player out of the game. Imagine looking to refrag it out, but he's not going to find anything. He's just going to back on down to service stairs.
It's going to be that cheese spot here coming out on the balcony, as he's going to be looking in here. They do hear a little bit of rustling. I don't know why when I see the word rustling I think of salad, but you see him. You see him on the staircase right there. Imagine still peeking that one, as Mac as well going to peek it. I don't know if he's going to be going in through the window itself, but this is a really good angle to peek at, because if he ends up coming through the window, he's got to be attacking at some point as the feet of one of these players, Hyper, taking a little bit of a nap. As Imagine now getting a kill for himself onto Not Salmon, as now they see the Clash player on the floor. Jackal not going to track the feet of anyone just yet, as he's going to ping this one out. Two players there on the top floor. JM Doozy versus 4 of New York.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering, because all of the players, as soon as Rapid went down, they all slowed on down. So here we see New York starting their push onto the first floor. Gonna be putting the diffuser down. JMB's hiding in his little corner, ready to go down. Oh, I wonder if he can take him out here. No, he does a little bit of damage onto but New York is gonna end up taking this round, and New York takes the lead 4-3 in this matchup right now.
Sometimes all these players need is a little bit of time. Yeah. That's what kills me about this game, is that Imagine had too many melee holes.
Yeah,
as what I like to call them, and he was just switching between the two. He was really good at doing it and just realizing what was in that hole, and he was able just to switch between the two very easily. And right when he noticed that no one was kind of on that top floor, he ended up rotating. But now you see the scoreboard. Do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I was just taking a look at the scoreboard, and I want to, we've touched up on St. Clair this whole time, but look at Mac, Bladderoid, and Salmon. 10 kills, 6 kills, 5 kills, and look at this. So you don't have to look at Mac, because he's only got 1 assist, but the assists on Bladderoid and Salmon, those 3 players have been slaying their team to the lead right now with the support of Money and
Right. And in a lot of cases, Money and will play those more supportive type of characters, and if they can get a kill, great. You love to see that happen on the right side of your screen. When you know one of your players is, I don't want to say the weak link, but doesn't perform as well. Loves to play those supportive type characters. When even they get a kill onto an enemy's, onto some of these enemy members, that's when you know you're going to win the round, right? And it's very, very satisfying to see.
Yeah, and here we see Doozy just rotating around, probably getting sideline. Doozy's actually on the Mozzie this time, and Rapid's back on the smoke. So the world is how it should be. Seeing Rapid on smoke.
Exactly, and the Maestro Cam's going to be going down. The Pew Pews, very annoying when you have to face against those ADSs as well. Coming out of Imagine. Active defenses.
Yeah.
ADS.
System. Can't forget that it's a system. That's what the S stands for.
System?
System.
System. St. Clair here in round number 8. As the clock finally is going to start to tick down here. So I want to see how New York end up pushing into this building, because we've seen a lot of strats.
Yeah.
We've seen the roof pushes, not so much here on Consulate, but definitely the second level pushes, and even this administration room.
Is it too late to change my prediction?
Why? Because you think St. Clair are going to lose this one?
No, I think it's going to go map 3 though.
Really?
Yeah. These teams have been playing so close. I think it's going to go map 3.
Very, very close. It's whoever's going to gain the momentum first, though.
I don't know who's going to win what or what's going to go on, but I think I can see this going map 3.
One thing I've noticed out of all of these players is they don't tilt easily.
Yeah.
They do not tilt easily. I want to hear the comms one day and just see how or who's the main person that's communicating, right? Who's the quiet one within the bunch, right? And just all of these little things. I love to analyze all this little stuff.
Yeah, it's one thing that I really like about the Siege community is that that everybody's just so cool and they stay composed.
We asked Rapid to play. He's like, sure.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like, nah, I need to scram.
Whoa! Shots coming out
there we go.
From New York, and one player for St. Clair goes down, but it's refragged by Imagine. Money going to be out, and Doozy going to be out. So even the odds right now, Imagine looking for another as he's got his peek hole open. He looks at the window. There is a player grappled onto that window, but they're not going to peek just yet. So we see every single player on New York, except for the one on Spiral Staircase, stationary right now. That's Imagine going to go down from a player holding the angle. That's Bladderoid, and it's going to be advantage to New York Tech right now. Hyper going to be holding his angle on the bomb site. The player right to his left outside, and that's Rapid holding his kind of standard
he moves
position, and Rapid has to play it safe as he's getting surrounded.
Yeah, Hyper is on the point here, and he has to play very defensive as a couple of shots are going to go to actually towards the rotating hole inside of this hallway as Bladder, as well as Salmon, they all eventually want to come in as the Fana is going to blow a hole through the wall itself. Hyper now, the only thing protecting him here is a table.
This is really cool because JM Beast was using his Maestro Cam to destroy some of those Hibana pellets. Rapid gonna throw his gas grenade, see if he can pick some damage up, put some damage down onto Not Salmon, and these players are gonna be trying to open up the hole as much as they can. Bladderoid has the sightlines down in, and the Mac is gonna be entering in. He goes down to JMB, so that's even odds. Player advantage to both teams, 3v3 situation. That's JMB's picking up a double kill on Not Salmon. Mac gonna take out, oh no, that's Bladderoid taking out Hyper, so it's going to be a 2v2 situation. JMBeast looking for his third, and he picks up one. No, that's Rapid going to go down to Bladderoid, and JMBeast ends up going down on a 1v2, and New York Tech going to take the round, and they're going to go up 5-3.
Mr. Bladderoid ended up going absolutely crazy there in that round. Was that a 4K? That was a lot of kills that he ended up getting.
I think it was a 4K.
There was a lot of kills he ended up getting there in that round. I remember definitely 2, definitely 3.
Yeah, we see Bladderoid taking it back up to 10 kills, so that was a 4K as he was at 6, but prior to that round. We look at the other side, St. Clair, you know, they've been doing good on the Slay power. JMB is trying to keep his team in that last round, but it wasn't enough to keep New York out.
You were talking about how St. Clair are really good in the mid game, and now we're starting to see a little bit of the diseffects of that mentality because New York's going crazy. What?
Yeah, sorry to cut you off there.
No, you're good.
But it's one thing to note that they did 2-0 this team in the regular season, so maybe the mentality coming into this is a little bit kind of eased.
I mean, you have to, right? There's no scenario that you can go into if you're confident to not be overconfident. Yeah. Especially when you've beaten this other team so badly as a 2-0. Right, so now finally you've been obviously keeping up with your practices and your VOD reviews and whatever. New York Tech, though, maybe they're doing a little bit of extra work with their squad, and you can really see these improvements.
As they did, as I did check up on New York Tech, their last playoff, their round 1 playoff game was against a team called FUI. I don't exactly know who they are, but they 2-0'd them, and they were out of the Premier bracket, just like how St. Clair beat their team out of the Premier bracket as well.
There's also the other side of this scenario where, of course, New York Tech are playing really, really well, but St. Clair, they've definitely come back from deficits like this and have taken rounds after round after round and can easily make this a 7-5 game. We're just going to have to see if it all comes into fruition as now we head into round number 9 and the countdown is going to come down on the clock. JM Beast getting stuck on some wood.
Yo, it's not even map point yet. St. Clair has all the time that they need to bring this back.
That's cheeky.
It's a little bit cheeky. You know?
I love it.
I like the little areas that they put the Val cams. It's always different.
The only problem I have with those cameras is you have to stay alive until the attackers actually get onto the bomb site. That's one of those cameras where it's like, this is like last second effort. Yeah. You know? So, I don't know.
But it can work.
It can work.
It can work. Money going to be using his sledgehammer to be to open up the windows, and he's going to forget about those windows. Just go to the roof.
Just go onto the roof, look inside of these skylights as Money through this doorway. It does see a little bit of barricade action going on if Rapid moves 2 feet. And it would be very unfortunate as now Money just going to move positions.
Yeah, and here we see Mac working alongside Bladderoid outside. They're going to be trying to enter in through the main doors. Once we see the main door push come through.
That scared me.
I think we go on it. I think, Hyper calling to break through. And I don't agree with that one bit. JMB is throwing his life away to Mac. An advantage to New York. Imagine going to be hit by a Nomad shot. He's going to put shots down and take Oob right down to next to no health. But he's got to be careful because this is the same window that Bladderoid killed him at last round. So he might have, like, you know, lesson learned, and he's going to be pre-aiming that. So I think he did learn his lesson last time.
All some of these players need is a pixel, and that's exactly what Imagine loves to prove to us. Because right now, he's peeking outside of this window, but I don't think the player that is grappling actually expects us. As he comes up and you see the head of him! Bladderoid gets headshot.
just ever so slowly creeping up there. Bladderoid not winning the 1v1 this time. Doozy down in garage, putting shots onto the player down onto the north.
Oh, there he is.
And he gets another 1v1 inside garage, but he ends up going down to Mac. Mac picking up a double kill in this round and taking themselves back to an advantage. But if you look at the health on the side of New York Tech, and Money very low, dangerously low. Imagine on the side of St. Clair is about half health, maybe just a little bit above that. So this team, New York Tech, they have to pick it up a little bit as they are only down to 40 seconds. And they're in a dangerous position with the health that they have.
And you see a lot of these members here actually come through the window. Rapid with the one tap.
Oh. That's what I'm talking about. Money was low on health, and he just gets deleted as soon as he enters in. Rapid getting a nice kill on and bringing it back to an even player advantage both sides. But the health advantage is...
that would be crazy. That would be insane.
Imagine
Are you kidding
a
me?
shot on and he kills him right through the wall. He didn't even get the sights on. That wasn't even a hole that he could see through. Rapid in a 1v1 against this player on site. Imagine getting another kill. Rapid trying to get this kill, but he gets down by that player, and it's going to be a win for St. Clair, bringing it back 5-4 now. And I cannot believe that St. Clair... honestly, that shot from Imagine was next level. That was 200 IQ. And Hyper, he got the goo mine kill at the end there. You're frustrated right now. You're flustered. Flustered?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. You don't know what happened.
How did he know? How did he know they were there, dude?
What did it?
Even with sound cues.
Rapid called it game sense.
It's literally just it's almost kind of like he's like a monk. It's just like shh, and then he can hear his own heartbeat, and then just sing, and then he just sees him through the wall. Just like
it's like you don't have to worry about living now.
Yeah,
he's Jaeger if Jaeger was not an ADS, if it was a gun.
Imagine is a player that I have never seen the skill of before. Oh my goodness, pulling out the Mozzie here in this round. Really good try for Mac though, and the rest of his squad there in that round. Obviously not winning that one, but St. Clair ended up taking that round. We were talking about that, how they can go now on a win streak with all of their mentals still together. 4-5 going down here in round number 10. Prep phase going to be going on into the basement. We've seen a lot of basement in this game.
Yeah, but we've seen St. Clair also, although they were playing in the basement level, when they were attacking, they weren't so good on this map.
Yeah.
But when they're on defense, I want to see what they're like, because they haven't defended on Garage yet.
They have not defended on Garage yet, and a lot of times St. Clair are really, really good at defending a map like this. The K charge is going to be going out. Let's see if it covers the whole entire wall. I believe it does, but this would be a massive counter to something like a Maverick, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't have to worry because the electricity doesn't really affect a Maverick. They don't have a Maverick on the other side.
They don't. So my point is useless.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're not even going to back me up?
No.
No, that's the thought that counts, Daniel.
Oh, you're doing great, man.
Thank you.
You get a participation medal in the thought of that was.
Yeah.
Hyper going to be roaming up top, waiting for some player to go for the top down execute, as Not Salmon is going to be on the thermite, looking to blow a hole in this garage. They don't have a thermite, so I'm curious as how they're going to get this done.
Yeah, the thermite is really, really useful on maps like this one, but I guess if you haven't really been practicing with it.
Sorry, did I say thermite? I meant to say Thatcher.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, thermite's still useful on a map like this, right?
Yeah. But
there is a thermite.
If it's electrified, how are they going to get rid of the electrification?
Big brain.
Without the Thatcher. There we go. We're going to see him push around and try to peek in there and get rid of the maybe he's going to get rid of the bandit charges after distracting the team.
360 drone scopes as we see him jumping off that ledge there. Now, Rapid. You also see, Rapid here in the basement. Just going to be picking off any of these drones that he could find. Nice little flick coming out from him.
And we're going to see Bladderoid rotate over towards the northwest stairs column. I've been trying to figure out what that is, but here we go. Pushing in, does a little bit of damage to the barbed wire, but he backs on out, so he gets rid of it. And Rabbit not choosing to peek that yet. Oh, but he's got to be careful.
Got to be careful.
Player in that hatch looking for him, and I don't know. Hyper there taking out Mag, so that's a jackal down. That's a huge kill in New York. At
Oh,
the
there's
advantage.
another one, bro.
Imagine and Hyper doing their roaming job and take out 2. So St.
Does
Clair
he do it?
on the advantage? Is he gonna shoot through that? Oh,
Take the chance. Take the
come
chance.
on.
Take the chance. Okay.
JM Beast. I know
Nah,
you don't know that.
can't- yeah,
we can't
judge
say
him
that.
on
We
that.
can't judge at all.
No.
He's doing his best.
He's definitely doing his best.
He's doing a great job. You know, he
Well, I don't
planted.
even want to say that because it sounded like he wasn't playing good, or at least when you say he's trying his hardest.
No, because he planted. So he's doing a great job.
Bomb planters.
Bomb planters.
We are here to make a statement that bomb planters are special and they're really good players.
Yeah, oh, Doozy might be able to catch this player. I don't know if that player's sitting on the stairwell. I think, yeah, there is a player on the stairwell. That is... I didn't actually catch who that was, but they're just going to back on off. I think they
He's
actually...
still holding this, huh?
Yeah, I think they ended up getting the garage door open. So the garage door is open, and going to take out Rapid. Nice
got
kill for
13,
New
bro.
York, and Doozy's just going to be holding on tight with his life. 8 seconds left. Bladderhead going to take out Hyper, so it's even odds. 3-3 situation.
No.
JM Beast and Doozy combining for 2. Not Salmon in a 1v2 situation. It's going to be Doozy getting the kill. Tie game 5-5.
Tie game 5-5. We predicted this right here. Who knows? Might just go to game 2. Who knows? But with how good St. Clair are playing, because now they're kind of starting to get the communication. Their whole entire their warming up phase has kind of worn off now. That's usually the tone I see St. Clair playing at. Where,
Yeah.
right? It's very, very rough towards the start. What do we see? What do you see? What do you see?
I saw Chichanka.
Did you?
Yeah, I got super excited. I always get
You're the
excited.
boy who cried wolf, because I looked back and I didn't see anything.
Well, I saw Tachanka. Lord Tachanka.
Lord.
I don't make up that I saw him. And
I swear.
One day we'll see a Tachanka, but hey, look, a Frost comes out.
That's cool.
It's a little bit different. So Doozy's
Bear
gonna be
traps.
playing on the Frost. Oh, JK.
Six pick.
Just kidding.
6 pick.
But we're gonna see
Six pick.
Rapid play on the Ella, and
Montaigne.
Montaigne come out for not Sam.
Monty.
So a very
Monty.
different set of operators.
Yeah.
From both sides. So the Ella, haven't seen Ella played on St. Clair yet at all.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
this whole season.
Yeah, the Montaigne has been a different setup as well. There's a different setup for your team. Because
Yeah.
you're more so traveling with one or two members. Right? You're not really going on that solo mission, but you see St. Clair, they won in the basement, they won on floor 2, so they're going to be going here onto this bomb site, and immediately you see the hatch being blown through the floor just so they can easily rotate towards the basement if they really, really want to. And now St. Clair just going to be starting their prep phase by putting up some reinforcements.
I don't know why my brain went like just. I just had the brain fart of my own.
Yeah.
I saw Rapid had the hatch reinforced, and then he started reinforcing the wall. I'm like, wait, the hatch isn't that big.
It happens.
And then I was like, I just got really confused. But no, it's two separate entities in its own. But the Grismont mines haven't gone down yet for Ella. And you know, I hear you saying that a lot in the solo queue, that players put the Grismont mines down in the objective, and when they get off, it disorients our team, our own team. So let's see where Rapid decides to put them off. He looks like, oh, that's kind of smart. I think he's gonna be holding the same thing that he held last time.
Yep.
The same angle, but he got killed by Mac in that angle, so he does rotate on down, and he goes right back into his position.
It's definitely a different scenario for you to be in now if you are St. Clair. You could be defending this point that you know so incredibly well, and they really destroyed on this point, even at that, when we saw them 2 days ago. And now the Montaigne with the crew means that it's very, very annoying to face against. We haven't seen Hyper play that defensive role just yet, and I really love that, because we see him on the Legion, and Legion has some supportive characteristic, as now Maestro going to be spotting out a couple of players in the lobby.
You know how big brain it would have been if St. Clair, just for some reason on the round that the Montaigne came out, the Frost came out?
Yep.
That would have been huge. And Ella's mine going to go down, but at the same time, JMB's goes down to money. We're going to see, I think it's the Legion of Hyper back on off, and he's saying, I can't read. I always want to read what his shield
Don't
says.
shoot my paneling?
Don't shoot my team or something like that. And there we go. Hyper going to go down for that player right behind the Montaigne. And Ella, Rapid gets the refrag, so he still has to deal with this this player. He still
very
has to deal with.
annoying.
Oh, Rapid! Don't do it to him. Rapid got the triple kill. Oh, not Sam into it. Imagine gonna take out Mac at the same time. So Blatteroid in a 1v3 situation. Oh my god! I can't believe he did it to him.
Broken ankles in R6. Blatteroid ends up grabbing 1 kill for himself onto Imagine. 1v2 scenario. Rapid, it could get the 4K here if he holds this position and stays there as a flash going to be going out. Tries to pick the hole. What?
1v1.
1v1 going to be coming out.
Oh.
Flash versus Habana. How does this one go about? As can you get shocked to death? I guess so.
I think you can.
You get
but the flash
behind as he gets a little bit stunned. Doozy, not in the best scenario for himself.
I can't believe that happened to St. Clair. They were in such a good position. Rapid got the triple kill, and St. Clair couldn't close out on that round. So we see New York Tech taking the lead. They're on mat point right now, 6-5.
Definitely a huge display of kills coming out of Imagine and Rapid. The rest of the squad just being that defensive force that they definitely need. And over on the other side, we got Blatteroid as well as Mac really coming out on top. We've seen these two. We haven't seen Mac too much because he's been getting picked off a whole lot. But Blatteroid has really been picking up the slack.
Just noticed Doozy's on 9 ping. He was on 9 ping for a little bit. That's crazy.
That's insane. Where are you playing
He's
at?
playing at Ubisoft headquarters.
Can I come over? Right now. I will cast from your house.
Let me see. 6-pick come out from Money. What's he going to switch on to? They're staying on the Montaigne too, so it's going to work. Oh, Lion. Lion's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So anybody that's new to Lion, that he has a little bit of... I don't remember exactly. It's EE something, but I call it the Lion call. So if he pulls the Lion call and it ticks around, and every time if somebody's moving on the side of the attack, that it pings their position.
And I remember, I think it was Impulse that was telling me this. One of our buddies, Mike. He said that the old Lion used to actually outline the players.
The whole player through the. So it's like what we see here.
Yeah.
Like how we can see it through the wall. If you were moving on the old Lion and it pinged you, that's what they could see.
That's annoying. Obviously very, very annoying. Imagine. He's going to be setting up all of his ADSs, even JMBs, just setting up the smokes, just in case.
Yeah, and JMB's actually playing on the mute this time.
Huh. Sorry. They look very similar.
Yeah, but it's different than the Maestro. Usually we see him play Maestro.
Yeah.
I wonder where...
Oh, wait, no. They do have a smoke. They have a smoke and a mute.
Yeah. Well, you think Rap's going to play Mozzie?
They just look very similar, bro.
Yeah.
Look at their icons. The only thing that's different is the different helmet, but different helmet and a little bit of an icon
same
switch.
color.
Yeah, same color.
Same color scheme.
Right.
And there we go. Doozy getting the spawn kill on Mac right away. So New York Tech, right off the bat, their Jackal is out of play, and they're going to be down a player. So St. Clair looking to send this to overtime. New York looking to take map 1. Who's going to do it? We'll find out at the end of this 2-minute and 22 action phase. Here we see Hop on board with Not Sam and the Montaigne. Money going to be pulling out his Lion call. He picks up nothing right now. Blatteroid has to be careful because he's getting real close to a St. Clair defender. That's Doozy. Doozy was the one to get the spawn kill. So even if he can get another pick, that would be out of his mind.
I love it, dude.
Catches Blatteroid with his pants down. Not even facing him. Doesn't even want to make eye contact. He's too scared of Doozy. The power that he's brought to this round, and St. Clair with a 2-player advantage. And we're going to see New York kind of slow it on down. They still have that Montaigne, Nomad, and Lion, so not really the fastest comp to work with, but they have 1 minute and 40 seconds left to work with what they got.
Shield characters are a very 50-50 character because if you're the one that's left remaining, you kind of lose the round. But you see Doozy here in server room with the triple kill. There's one.
Oh my God, Doozy! Get the ace! No, he gets dropped down right before it. Oh, and he's working on it. Oh, I can't believe he flicked onto the Montaigne of all players.
inside of server room. I didn't know what to say because we were just in awe.
We both jumped out of our seats. That was exciting. Nomad, last one standing in a 1v4 situation. Can he clutch up? He does have the diffuser in his hand. Tries to take out the camera, but fumbles on his shot. So he's moving up the spiral staircase, trying to get to the second floor where all of the players of St. Clair are waiting for him.
Almost a
The
GG.
prey is coming right into them. They were looking to tie up this round. Goomine on so he has to go all the way down the stairs, take it out, and go back in a different situation because that area wasn't going to work for him.
Nomad, sometimes when you're bottom fragging, you have to clutch these scenarios. This is his time to shine if he's going to do anything, as he does have 25 seconds. Does also, I don't know if he actually has a diffuser, but now we see Rapid around the corner. Very simple pop right to the head. Ends up going down.
That was insane from Doozy. Who was it the other round? It was Rapid. Last round got the triple kill, and just the back-to-back rounds we see two players just going in their solo plays, going huge for their team.
Going up 6-6 here in overtime. Now it's first to 8. Doesn't matter if you both have 7. It's not first 2 wins. First to 8, so we'll see how both squads end up playing these ones out, as now we see kind of different.
Oh,
just kidding.
I thought they were gonna pick Vigil.
Me too.
I wanted to see the boss G come out.
Well, usually Vigil, yeah. Sorry, you didn't get the finisher point, but
that's fine.
Yeah, the shotgun very, very strong. I definitely agree with you on that one. But Vigil usually goes onto a roamer.
Yeah.
If you're a roamer for your team, Vigil is definitely the way to go. 6-pick onto the Vigil. There you go, Doozy.
You just wanted to mess with us a little bit.
Exactly.
So we're going to see the mute on JMB stay to play, and Rapid continue to play Smoke. Hyper's sticking with the Legion, and it looks like Twitch doesn't want to get played today. We're going to take out the Thermite on Not Salmon.
We'll see how Thermite gets to get played here in this round. Overtime, 40 seconds in the prep phase, going to be coming out here. They're also not in basement. Very, very smart coming out of St. Clair, because it would be very annoying to play on basement. So I think this is kind of St. Clair's spot, right?
I'm pretty confident in St. Clair right now.
Are you?
I think they got this.
Yeah.
I think they got they like this. They like this spot. I think they just won on it last round. They could do it again. And they looked really good. On the back of Doozy's, though, solo play. I don't expect him to pull that off all the time, but that's probably a huge deal for him. And he actually doesn't have the boss Jihan. And we saw this on Friday, too. He doesn't want to play it.
Yeah.
He's using the, I think it's the AR, the K1A.
Doozy.
He's going to be looking for a spawn kill right here. Is this player going to walk into his sidelines? Not. He's just taking too long. So Doozy's going to rotate on, off, move over to the middle, and all of St. Clair just rotating around because Doozy didn't spot anybody.
It's definitely very useful to play someone like a Vigil in a game like this, where you need to pull out all of your cheese strats in order to win. It's not really a cheese strat, but it's definitely a character that's annoying to face against Vigil. He actually spotted here in the corner. Not Salmon knows that he's in there. No, that was not the Vigil. Sorry, that's another one of St. Clair's members, but it's not St. Clair's map to really push. Oh. I was going to say that Thermite has to eventually go in here as Buck going to step on a goo mine. A couple of shots going towards the top of the staircase. Rapid ends up getting downed as well as outed.
You know, Rapid's always playing that corner, so I'm sure teams are starting to catch on to that right there. We saw Money kind of juke him around the corner, put shotgun shots in and rotate back around and just mow him down with the assault rifle. So he's going to be pushing on up now as we see New York Tech with the advantage right now. Not Salmon, very low on health. We're just going to see everybody slow on down and wait for a team to make a mistake.
See which team makes the mistake first. Is now Thermite very low HP. See Buck as well, kind of on 3/4 HP, so he's doing a little bit more fine. Rapid definitely down and out. JMB's getting a kill onto Money, onto the Buck himself. Oh, that's annoying. JMB saying, is that actually a player? Ends up actually shooting him, so very annoying. Oh, nice. JM Beast not peeking the angle for too long. Couple of shots going down here. Onto Doozy. Bladderoid gets a kill for himself. He's also on very low HP. Mute now going to try and roam. Or Jaeger going to actually roam a little bit to see what player he can grab. Doesn't find anyone for the time being.
This could be huge. If they push up that spiral staircase, it's not usually a player standing here, as that's a little bit of an off angle, but we're going to see all of the players on New York Tech kind of rotate around. Hyper just dropping his goo mines.
Who's going in first?
Annoying pricklies, and oh, Imagine almost getting caught out by that player rappelling on the wall. Oh, C4 comes out, doesn't connect on anything, just a little bit slow to pull the charge, and we're gonna see that's the go-ahead from New York to start pushing in. JMB's getting flanked by a player on stairs. He looks to look in there, but that player is gone. That player's all the way in bathrooms. Back onto stairs, JMB's jumping out. He didn't see this happen, but he doesn't get the kill on that player onto the stairs. So that's going to be St. Clair at a player disadvantage. Diffuser going down by New York Tech. 7 seconds left. And Imagine Hyper against the 3 players. Ooh, and 2 of them are very low at the same time. We're going to see Hyper take out Mac. 2v2 situation. Imagine Hyper versus Not Salmon and Bladderoid. Both players, you can sneeze on them and they would go down. Bladderoid gonna get a kill on Imagine.
Oh,
Hyper
through the
looking
wall,
for a kill, turns, flicks onto that player. So it's a 1v1 situation, both at even health. Bladderoid and Hyper, who can pull it out? Time is ticking, so we're gonna see Hyper slow it on down. Throw some impact grenades, catches nothing. Keeps checking every single corner, looks to the left, looks to the right, doesn't get the kill. Bladderoid taking his team to map point.
Had the right idea, but not the right execution. You see Bladderoid just waiting. Oh my goodness, that was so close. Hyper pulling it out for his team. Wasn't able to do it. That was still very close. 20 pump.
That honestly could happen.
Bladderoid's playing out of his mind, man.
Yeah, he's working on it. 3 more kills and he'd be there. And if it goes 2 more rounds, it's easily
very
attainable.
possible.
Easily attainable.
Gonna be playing here in Garage as well as Cafeteria now. Cafeteria, there's a lot of angles that players can come from. You got the staircase to your left, you got the hatch on top as well as the staircase, a couple staircases actually.
And they're going to be playing at Cafeteria and Garage, which St. Clair on attack has yet to win on. Both times New York won the rounds in Garage, so St. Clair gonna have to change a few things up if they want to take the lead or take it back to a tie game.
I mean, St. Clair they've been showing a lot of, I don't want to say that, not even weaknesses. They haven't been showing weaknesses. Or a couple of weaknesses, obviously. I think every team's got that, but from what we've seen so far is they can even lose 3 rounds in a row and they'll still be fine. Right? We've seen that multiple times from them where I don't know who the communicator is on the team, but he's doing a really good job at just saying, you know what, guys, we lost 3 in a row. Let's just win 1. Let's see how we can win 1. All of a sudden they win 1. Let's see how we can win 1 more. All of a sudden the deficit just goes even shorter. All right, and now in overtime match point, they just gotta win 2.
Yeah.
Start with 1.
Yeah, it's great. The analysis coming out here, and we see Mac looking to pick up something. You know, Mac and Bladderoid.
Yeah.
Both doing so much for this team. They're really been holding up New York Tech in this, and it's on the back of those support players too that are playing behind them. You know, they can't do what they do without them.
Yeah.
We're gonna see St. Clair College on the attack right now. JMB is actually playing the Thermite this time instead of the Maverick. And that being that, I'm curious as to see how they're going to push that because it's a little bit different. They do have the Nomad shot takes down Money. Imagine getting a kill on Mac, but he actually didn't catch that there were 2 players there. He only thinks that there's 1 right now, so he's going to drone out. Smart thing to do from him, Imagine. And just like that, the dead player, you can't see. Oh, there we go.
Sees him.
There we go.
And I think he was actually droning out here too, so the player on the stairs, I don't think he actually knew.
He's on the cameras.
Yeah, he did not know that there is 1 player. Salmon onto with a team kill. Very annoying when that ends up happening. Bladderoid getting a kill for himself.
That's just not what you want to have happen.
No.
Especially when you're in the lead. But look at nice kill onto Imagine back. So Bladderoid actually picked that up. So he's still on his way to 20. And we're going to see player advantage in favor of St. Clair.
I was talking about how these players are somehow untiltable. That was tilting.
That was tilting for me. I was almost going to be like, how could you let that happen?
Right.
Very
annoying.
I don't expect that to be taken kindly from He wants to play in the round, but he's taken out by his own teammate, and shots coming out through not Salmon, but that player actually made it through the stairs. I don't think Salmon caught that. So here we go. Drone out, Money just can't catch a break, and he's going to push on in. And that player hasn't been called out on Northwest stairs. So they're still just going to work around this. 1 minute and 6 seconds left. 4v3 situation. Maestro getting nice sight lines down. Outside, 1 minute, ticks across, and we see Not Salmon just crouched prone inside.
Definitely going to see him prone here, as now Money going back onto the Maestro cams just to see if he can see anybody. In garage, peek from the staircase. Going to grab one, doozy. Now, the whole entire squad in a 4v3. I was going to say, now a 3v2 scenario. I'm getting switched up here as one more player from the outside. Rapid, going to grab one more Maestro on top of staircase. You can see the diffuser has been activated. Now he wants to go on the outside. Can he grab any more kills? You are detected. Is now on his screen as he ended up actually getting detected here. You can see that the diffuser is right in front of the truck, and the only thing that Money can really rely on is the kills, the sniper shooter skills. He's gonna go for it as the bomb now on half HP. Gonna peek it down here. Rapid gonna be holding this very wide corner. JMB is gonna be doing the exact same. Rapid playing a little bit more passive as Maestro gets blocked by the railing. Couple of shots gonna be going through. Of course, he's being detected way on low HP. Rapid just with his knife actually wanted to go in, but no, he's gonna go in. Tactors end up winning the round.
And you know, that was just the post-plant positions from St. Clair looking so strong.
So nice.
On the back of that team kill. Boom. That's honestly, that lost them the round.
Yep.
That lost them the round right there. And that's single moment. So we're on overtime match point. The winner of this takes the lead in the rounds. There's no more. Bladderoid on 18 kills for his team. He's trying to keep his team as far into this as he can.
We get anxious. I can see you. My heart's going. I was rubbing my face. You're rubbing your face because we're just like, oh my, there's too much happening.
There's so much on my screen right now. There's so much happening.
I want one day for guys to record the caster reactions and just see a montage of our reactions after a round's happened.
There's so many times where I facepalm, but you guys can't see it happen because that's just how it is. You can't get that reaction out of us. No, you're not allowed to.
Yeah.
St. Clair on the defense, holding that garage site. We're gonna see them just starting their prep phase, doing all the stuff that they have to do. So it's gonna be tie game. Winner of this goes to take the lead in this matchup. No more rounds after this for Consulate. As you know, I kind of wish it was a win by 2 system.
Right? No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do I?
Win by 2 system, you know, sometimes it just brings that extra, like,
But the thing is
feel.
that, imagine going like 2020.
I've seen CSGO matches go to 40.
Yeah, well,
Competitive.
I'm not from CSGO, so
No. What do you mean? I'm sure you've casted 1 hour long league matches.
oh, 100%. 50-minute long league. Okay, we're getting off topic. 50-minute long league matches are very annoying. That's what I was gonna say. But Nomad gonna be peeking through here with her device. Gonna be trying to drone out. Play this very methodically because they've played 14 rounds of high-level caliber R6 action, and now is finally when the teams start to come out. Yeah, barricade.
No.
No?
Money is already this far into the site. He's wasting no time at all.
No time. And he's running. He's not crouching.
Yeah.
Dude's going crazy.
This is the kind of like solo queue-esque plays that we like to see.
Of course, you love to see it.
Is there anybody roaming on St. Clair I didn't get to see? Money might be able to catch somebody out here. Oh, that's just unfortunate for him as he can't see because they fall onto each other. Barricade just falls onto itself.
Bunch of shots going to be going through onto the point. Not going to really grab anybody, but Rapid actually on half HP. Who knows what that's actually from, but not Sam. Going to be breaching into this point. No Bandit this time. No K. He's going to be coming out either. Doozy with a couple of headshots onto the star player. Bladderoid not going to be getting his 20 bomb here in this match. JMB is going to grab one more onto Money. Headshot going to be coming through. We also see Not Salmon here into Garage. If they can plant down the bomb, then that means a whole lot. Mac wanted to go into his device, but he's not going to do it just yet. There's just one more player over here on St. Clair. Going to get flashed out. See the Sanguine Arsentic. Arsenic. Sorry. That's not how you pronounce that.
It's this gas grenade.
I wanted to sound smart. You're right.
It's the elite skin messes up with the names sometimes.
Wanted to try.
Yeah.
And I tried.
It's the
and
arsenic.
I failed.
Sanguine arsenic.
Next time I'll get it. I'll get it
going
correctly.
down to that player. That's the Mozzie of Doozy getting a kill. No, that's Imagine. Sorry, Matt going to get a kill on Rapid. So we're going to see a 2v4 situation. Doozy picking up Not Salmon. 4v1. Mac against the world. Trying to keep his team in it. Drops the player. He downed Imagine there. So that player's just going to be down
this
but
guy's
not
going crazy.
out. And he's in a 1v3 surrounded. 48 seconds left. He's going crazy, but he's got the time to not. Imagine probably calling him out too. So he's got to take him out right there. He can pick up the diffuser and drop it right now. Doozy has a rotating hole. He does have it. And so if he makes it on through, they hear it. They heard it go down. And here we go. They're off to the races. So it's just a fake plant too. Fake plant, and he's watching. He's tweaked.
This
right
guy's
now.
crazy. This guy's going insane.
Oh,
With
he
the
finds
he
one.
grabs one of the Mac to win the round.
He finds two! 1v1, okay! I thought for a second that New York Tech was about to win it. Just like that, brought right back to the end.
What?
And we see Doozy ending up getting the final kill. St. Clair College going up 1-0 in this matchup.
It came down to the wire.
You know, Bladderoid not getting his didn't get his second piece there, and that was just crazy. His 20, sorry.
Bladderoid had a peak there that was very, very odd in that last round. Look at my hair, bro.
That's what happens when we jump up like that. What are we talking about? Anyways, just run us through that match. Run it through. Run us through.
It was win-win until the end.
Yeah.
Sometimes there was a couple of little scenarios where, you know, New York would come up by 2. But I'm just mind blown, dude. That was
so back and forth. It blew my mind. I wanted to see how close these teams were, and they delivered. It was as close as I could have asked for. It was as close as you could have asked for. And speaking of you, stay with us because Map 2 is going to be Consulate, and we're going to head to a quick break.
We were just on Consulate.
Coastline.